Jen, will you marry me? That's how my day started today after getting back from time away with family, going to look at a school for Lucy and spending, making that into a vacation on the beach in South Carolina. Gorgeous. Before that, I had ordered a sound tool, which I was super excited about. I found it on one of India Ari's videos. She used it and created the song. For those of you doing the mantra journey, I think I sang about it in the last journey. I did not do justice. She's amazing. But anyway, that tool inspired me. And so I was like, ooh, I'm going to invest in this. Josh and I, we created we've been investing in sound tools and equipment over the past few years. It's been a long time, probably 15, 16 years of gathering stuff from me with the bowls and the drums and everything, and then the electronic stuff. So anyway, before we left, we sort of completed our sound equipment. So I was going to pick mine up, and Josh, perfect timing. Of course, his was getting delivered today, and so I get there, and on the way there, I see that sign, Jen, will you marry me? So I was like so excited. That just made me happy for whoever that was really for. And also, I just take it as a sign, from God. So I get to Michael's and I give my name, Jennifer Charland, and they're like, it's not here. So, what? How about Jennifer Williams? I finally just changed my name. Everything's complete. But I never know. Sometimes whatever. The past few weeks of the whole name change, maybe I did that. Nope, not that either. Go off into this aisle to call UPS to see what's up. So I'm in the aisle and I look around and there's swans. Like, I've never seen swans at Michael's in all the years I've been going there. It's a lot of years. Being a creative person, I've spent a lot of time in Michael's, as I'm sure you have. So I'm like, swans, wow, that is Saraswati. I have a swan tattoo in honor of and inspiration of Saraswati, the goddess of creativity and wisdom and knowledge. And so I feel infused, and I felt the sign was also that infusion, but it wasn't there. And then it dawns on me. I go up. Is it under Jennifer Joy? Her face lights up. Yeah, I remember that name. I'm like, yes. It's under Jennifer Joy. She finds the box. It took a little while, but she found it, which was perfect too. The sign, the swans, Jennifer Joy, just really validating the feeling that I have of sharing all of these wonderful methods and practices with as many people as possible. So I wanted to share the tool with you today, the majesty of this tool, introducing it to you and all of its, like I said, majestic qualities. So it's a sacral chakra tuning fork. So obviously you can see it's giant. It weighs a decent amount. And, the sacral chakra, obviously we know the chakra system, it's the second chakra. It relates to our creativity. And also in Tibetan Buddhism, that is where we hold the subtle energy and we allow that to infuse our channels. It also is where we create a fire of purification to burn away the qualities that do not serve our path toward enlightenment and alleviating suffering in the world and, of course, within ourselves. And so the sacral chakra, I chose that very purposefully to be able to share that. So for myself, and to be able to share that in what it is that we're creating with sound journeys and as inspiration, really, in everything that happens here at Joy. And in Joy Karuna, this also led to a new awareness with me and Josh with what Joy Karuna is. It's been a few years of simmering and developing, allowing it to develop its personality, of what our passion and purpose is with, sharing in the teachings of yoga and Buddhism in a way that is super accessible for as many people as possible. That's really our goal and our mission. And of course, that comes through from the teachings themselves, through our teachers, and through our experiences, and then creating sacred space for us to gather in, be it online, in person, and on our land, which more information will be to come about that. We have a little awesome surprise about that. So introducing this beautiful tuning fork. So if you would just close your eyes and take a deep breath and tap into that space just below the navel. Maybe imagine this beautiful vessel or vase of subtle energy, that pure, true nature energy that exists there. And maybe a little flame that helps to purify or burn away what no longer serves you, so you can see and understand your true nature. That is love and compassion, and fierce compassion. It doesn't necessarily mean silence and stillness and not acting. It's all the things done in compassion and love and service, and in that development of understanding the true nature of ourselves and reality. So we close our eyes and take a deep breath and connect with that space. Maybe place your hands there just below the navel. Sit up tall or whatever. Maybe you're laying down. Wherever you are, just be comfortable. It's just for a moment. And if you can imagine the vibration and the energy coming off of this and the sound, it will do this for 5 minutes. And I want to ask that you expand your awareness today and every day to incorporate the people in your life, your family, your friends, your loved ones, and then even more. We remove the blinders to include everyone that we interact with and share space with, to give a little more of ourselves through these practices and developing that connection with our true nature. We really we get to know and strengthen our capability of being able to open our heart and kindness toward others, and our fierce nature, right? So we protect those that need protecting, and we stand up for what's right, and we smile when we can. And it doesn't mean that we're not all going through our own stuff, but we also have the ability to hold that and extend our awareness to others in these ways. And that's what that tool reminds me of, is connecting with you in that way, and reminding me and you that what we're capable of, and that we are privileged enough to be able to do that, many of us, to hold ourselves and our own experiences and things that we're going through that are challenging, and also include other people, because we were able to practice this and develop or get in touch with our true nature and recognize that web of life that way, right? That when we expand our awareness to include everyone, that enters into it on a daily basis, then our heart can expand that far. We'll know how to act accordingly, whether it's kindness or it's protecting someone or it's whatever, right? And it's done in a way where we don't have it's dharmic. And this will segue into, soon I will be offering a book immersion about just this. Very powerful one, but it's a dharmic, right? It's purposeful way to live. And that is part of being a human and being on this earth, and connecting with that, with purpose. Who are you really? And how do you want to relate to the world? So the sacral chakra, having this space, right? Joy, karuna, to explore that, to strengthen that, to know that you have community around that. That's why building this community is so important to me, because I feel like there's strength in numbers, to explore that. And then the beautiful web and the tapestry that extends out from that, and continuing to invite people in to say, hey, like you are capable.